Welcome, fellow Earthlings, to episode 29 of the ForbiddenCast. Yet another Friday has come and gone, and you're listening to me talk about nonsense once again. So in the last episode, I had mentioned that I'm going to try to switch things up a bit. I'm going to have a couple episodes where I just kind of talk about junk and feelings and all that shit, and then the episodes after those two episodes come out, we'll mainly focus on like music and gear and stuff like that, just for my listeners who who may like this show but who aren't totally into the whole gear aspect of it. So, I want to be able to build my audience. And if you're not cool with that and you're only here for the gear stuff, well, I mean, it'll still be there. But, yeah, I don't know. Anyways, today, I don't really know what to talk about, what the topic should be on. Well, actually, just kind of some cool stuff going on. There's a lot of new releases coming out that I'm pretty excited for. One of them being my buddy Dave White's music. He released a single yesterday. If you're watching this on the day it comes out, he released a single called Heatwave, which is really cool. It's got a lot of prog rock stuff going on in there. 'Cause he's a fellow Rush fan and everything. So that's really cool. So go check that out if you can. Go check out Dino Heatwave. So Dino is Dino. And then Heatwave is just all one word. And it's the album art, well, the single art is really cool as well. It's like a little surfing snowman with a giant sun. I think it's pretty cool. The song itself is also really cool too. So yeah, go check that out. Give Dave some love. But what else is there? Oh, freaking Iron Maiden released a brand new song. I think that was pretty cool. I wasn't crazy on Iron Maiden's Book of Souls album. The Red and the Black was my favorite off of that album, but there was a lot of, I don't know, there was just a lot of, it was just a weird album. Like I felt like they were trying to do something more prog rockish when it just wasn't working. I don't know, some of the riffs were just kind of meh. It's like they took the ideas from Hallowed Be Thy Name, because there's a lot of like all over the place, reusing the same guitar bits but then adding harmonies and stuff like that to it on Hallowed Be Thy Name, which is a fantastic song, by the way. You should, if you've never heard that song before, or if you have heard it, go re-listen to it. It's great. Yeah, no, there's just, I don't know. I mean, obviously everybody's subjective to their own opinions. I personally thought that that album was kind of just pretty to me. Obviously, that's, again, just my opinion, but it was just kind of meh. Although, I mean, that being said, for people who don't know this, my two favorite Iron Maiden albums are the two very, very first one without even Bruce Dickinson on it. It's with Paul Diano, I believe his last name is pronounced. I love those albums so much. I love his voice, and just with Iron Maiden. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Bruce Dickinson's voice. But yeah, I don't know. There's just something, because Bruce Dickinson is just such an amazing singer that it does work super well with Iron Maiden. But there's just something like really nice and raw and punky and kind of grungy and dirty about it. That like I thought fit in really well with the Iron Maiden sound as well. But I mean, again, it's just an opinion of mine, so take it as it is. But yeah, no, but the Writing on the Wall, which is the new single that Iron Maiden had released with the announcement of their new album, shoot, what is it called? Give me 1 second. Is iTunes gonna be slow? Of course it's gonna be slow. Coldplay released a new album, Music of the Spheres. I don't care. Is Coldplay good? I don't remember. I don't. I feel like Coldplay had like a hit song at one point, and then that was it. I don't know. I don't listen to too much pop. I like some pop rock stuff, but not too much. Yeah. Senjutsu is the new. I really love the album art. I love the Eddie that they got going for the album art on this one. This will be released on September 3rd. But yeah, no, he's really brutal looking. He's like a dead zombified. What is that called? Uh, Samurai, and he looks awesome. And the video for it too, for the Writing on the Wall, is really really neat as well. I think it's really really nice. So let's go over some of the song names. So there's the album title, Senjutsu, which is the very first song, and it goes into Stratego, and then it goes to the Writing on the Wall. And then after that, track 4 is Lost in a Lost World. That sounds cool. I think that one might be pretty neat to hear. Days of Future Past is track 5. Track 6 is The Time Machine. Yeah, that one might be a little straightforward. Track 7, Darkest Hour. Whenever I hear familiar names, I always hope that it's like, famous bands covering famous bands. Like whenever Blitzkrieg covers, Seek and Destroy or something like that, it's always fun. I mean, I like, obviously Darkest Hour to me sounds like, In My Darkest Hour. I know it's not going to be In My Darkest Hour by Megadeth, but it might be a cool song. It might be a more of a ballady power ballad song, which I think would be super cool. I always enjoy those whenever I hear them, but we'll see. And then track, is it like a 2? Oh, I just realized that it's not track 7. It only goes up to track 6, and then it starts from 1 again. So this is like 2 CDs. Is it going to be a massive album again? Perhaps. I don't know. We'll see. I might have to pick this one up on actual CD as well this time. But anyways, track 2 off of disc 2, I imagine, is Death of the Celts. CELTS. Celts? Is that how you say it? I don't know, I'm not going to bother looking it up. Fuck it. Track 3 off of disc 2, I'm assuming. The Parchment. And then 4, Hell on Earth. So, yeah. And then you have the music video for The Writing on the Wall, which, again, you should go watch it because it's really cool. But yeah, so that's pretty neat. So what was their last album? 2015. What's this? Oh my goodness. The Book of Souls was released in 2015. Wow. I feel old. That's weird. I remember getting that album. I was moving into my sister's room at that point because I was getting a drum set and everything like that from my cousin, which is the same drum set that I still have. Oh, wow. That feels gross and weird. Because I remember this album not being out that long ago, but this was 2015. Oh, ouchies. Wow, nothing really hits you in in the feels more than that. But yeah, even that too. I mean, like, if you look at this album, I mean, this is just on iTunes, obviously. But you have The Speed of Light, which I wasn't super ever crazy on. I thought it was kind of just a meh song. If Eternity Should Fail, I actually enjoyed that song. The Great Unknown, I don't even remember what that song sounds like. The Red and the Black was my favorite because there's just awesome parts going on there. When the River Runs Deep, don't Again, not so familiar with that one. The Book of Souls, again, I don't even remember how that song goes, but this is a 10-minute long song. Um, yeah, Death or Glory, nothing is coming to my mind. Yeah, literally none of these. I remember trying to like Empire in the Clouds because it was a long song, and I still am this way, but like usually I love the longest songs on every album. Um, that's very true for Rush and even Metallica. Um, Megadeth, even, usually all the long songs are like always my favorite because there's a lot that goes into them. I find because they have to be interesting to be able to be that long. I have to have a lot of changes and tempo switches, and they don't have to be, but usually that's what they are because you got to keep the listener interested. But yeah, Empire in the Clouds. Wow, I'm trying to remember how it goes, and I can't even remember that. So yeah, that's kind of a bummer. Um, I can't even remember that. But okay, neat. So Shinjitsu. Let's see if it's any good. I'm hoping. So far, with the writing on the wall, I'm liking it quite a bit. So we'll see. I guess. Who else is releasing music? Yes, that is who is releasing new music. Yes, the band. Yes, the classic old "On the River Lonely Heart" is that one. That they are releasing a new album called The Quest, and I am extremely excited for it because they have a song called "Ice." The Ice Bridge. The Ice Bridge. Ice Bridge. Yeah. The Ice Bridge. It's not in Canada yet, but you can purchase the single in the States. Oh, that's extremely loud in my headphones. Um, 7 minutes long, of course. Yes, it has to be. Um, but my goodness, I haven't even listened to the full thing. I just kind of listened to the preview, and it just sounds so good. It sounds like classic Yes, but with like nice polished, modern music, but still got that kind of grittiness to it. I'm super excited for the Quest to come out. I don't even know when is the Quest coming out. I think October. I think October 1st is when it's coming out, and I'm really excited for it. Um, I think that's right now the most exciting album that I'm anticipating at the moment. Because I don't think too. I know Megadeth is working on their album. They're re-recording the bass parts for David Ellison's parts, which was already all recorded. And then since David Ellison, the bass player, was fired, they got a new bass player who hasn't been announced yet, but he went in and re-recorded all the bass parts, which is probably just a royalty related situation, I imagine. You know, so he really has nothing to do with Megadeth at all anymore, I guess. I'm assuming. But it was interesting too because I feel like at one point I remember watching or listening to either an interview or reading something, but on the new album, from what I can remember, maybe this was a dream. I don't feel like it was a dream, but I feel like at some point there was something that was being said that David Ellison was actually going to sing on the newest Megadeth record about like the frustration that he had towards just Dave Mustaine and the Megadeth as a whole around the same time that he wanted to sue Dave Mustaine and everything like that. And I thought they both agreed that that was a really good song idea, just or even just like the kind of like the brotherly fighting and everything like that that they had or whatever. Emphasis. Goodness, I'm not going to try to say it now. F emphasis. There we go. Took me a minute. Goodness. Um, emphasis on had. Wow. I should really stop doing these podcast episodes last minute. I'm really sorry. um, but yeah, no. So that's what I thought. So I'm assuming I don't know if that entire song got scrapped or if it is getting scrapped or if Dave Mustaine's gonna redo the if they recorded the vocals already, but then they're just gonna delete that because that wasn't mentioned at all after David Ellison was fired. So I don't know what's going on there, but regardless, goodness me, I think I'm ready for bed. um, but yeah, so I don't know what's going on with that. It would be cool to hear about it, I guess. I'm not really too crazy about the whole drama shit going on with that. I just want to hear some new Megadeth music because I mean I like Dave Mustaine's riffs and everything like that. I don't really care about the whole politics and nonsense behind the band. um, but oh yeah, I wanted to. I mean, I know no one ever comments on these videos, but um, what did you guys think of the first little sketch kind of video that I released on Monday there, Synth Lord? what did you guys How did you guys feel about that? Now, I'm gonna say this. Um, the that whole idea, that whole video there, even though it's 30 seconds long, it's still because it was Sunday night, and I was like, I got to get a video out for Monday. I want to be able to. I want to keep this schedule kind of consistent. I want to make sure I get my podcast out on Friday and have some sort of video out on Monday every single week. Um, and this week, I was gonna release um a cover of a video game song that may be coming out this Monday. We'll see. I don't know. We'll definitely see. Hopefully it will be out this Monday, but again, only time will tell. But yeah, so I was gonna do that, but then I ran into some trouble while recording, so then I was just had to like kind of scrap that whole idea, or not really scrap the whole idea, but just kind of put it on the back burner for now. Um, and then I was just trying to figure out like ideas of what I could make the video on and everything like that. And then the last minute, I was just like, what if I just made a really goofy video of me just being dumb and playing some synthesizer? And that's basically it. But the shittiest part about that whole video, even though how short it is and how just lame and not really that funny it is, uh, it still took me 3 hours to do. It took me between filming, just doing the little synth parts on like what am I gonna do and everything like that, recording all of it, and then putting all the bits of the videos together on my computer in the editing software, and then putting it up on YouTube and everything like that. Like it took, well, I want to say more like 2.5 hours, but still, even that, like, that's too long. That feels too long for just a 30-second video. But alas, it did, and I don't know. I hope I got a couple of laughs out of it. I hope it wasn't too cringy. I mean, that's the whole point of it. It's supposed to be like, you know, um, satire, cringe, or whatever. That's the whole point of it. It's supposed to be dumb and goofy and not to be taken seriously at all. And it's just but I don't know. Some people might find it cringe. It is supposed to be cringe, but I don't know. It's it is what it is. I'm not gonna take it down. I think it's funny. I think that's all that matters, I guess. I mean, it's just same thing goes for music. If you like your own music, then there's got to be someone else out there who's gonna like it. So it's the same thing as your comedy. If you think it's funny, just it might just be one other person in the world, but that one other person is gonna think it's also funny. So it's like if that's my goal. If I can make one person laugh, then that's it. That's it. I don't really care. um, yeah. Anyways, I'm super tired. I'm just mumbling at this point. I'm not really making any sense. Uh, if you haven't gone and checked out Synth Lord yet, please go check it out. It's 30 seconds. I'm sure you can spend. I mean, most people spend, you know, 15 minutes on their phone just browsing through the same news feeds on their Facebook or Instagram. So I mean, I'm sure you can go check out a 30-second video that I made that took me time and effort to do. um, I mean, I would really appreciate it if you did, anyways. But screw it, because I'm tired and I want to go to bed. And I did the super last minute, and I'm sure this episode isn't super fun to listen to. Just like all my episodes, I swear, I should make a compilation of how many times I've said that, and put it all together and make that a video on its own, just to see like how many times and how many episodes I've said that like this podcast sucks. I'm sure there's some people who can agree with me, but I hope some people do enjoy this. I know my parents certainly enjoy it because they get to hear me talk about nonsense. Like I mean, that's all I ever do. So yeah. But no, song of the week time. This week's music recommendation. I came across this old song came across my phone earlier today while I was driving around after doing some groceries, and that song is off of Metallica's 1988 album, their fourth album, And Justice for All. And that song off of this album is track numero 3, Eye of the Beholder. I think this is a super, it's just such a great song. It's just a really, really great song. Not only are the lyrics super cool, but I mean, just how it starts, it's got a fade in with the toms playing the same kind of rhythm as the guitar. It's a very rhythmic kind of guitar riff. And yeah, it's just the song goes all over the place. There's awesome solos by Kirk and everything like that. Everything's cool. I want to read some lyrics off of this song because I like the lyrics a lot. Eye of the Beholder. No, not Eye of the Tiger. Oh God, no. I am really tired. Okay, Eye of the Beholder by Metallica. Can I get lyrics, please? Thank you. Ooh, dark theme. Ayo, why can I not? Eye of the Beholder. Metallica.com. There you go. Do you see what I see? Truth is on offense. Your silence for your confidence. Do you hear what I hear? Doors are slamming shut. Limit your imagination. Keep you where they must. Do you feel what I feel? Bitterness, distress. Who decides? Shit. Who decides what you express? My bad. Okay, here we go. Do you take what I take? Endurance is the word. Moving back instead of forward seems to me absurd. Doesn't matter what you see or into what you read. You can do it your own way if it's done just how I say. Independence, limited, freedom of choice. Choice is made for you, my friend. Freedom of speech. Speech is words that they will bend. Freedom with their exception. Do you fear what I fear? Living properly. Truth to you are lies to me. Do you choose what I choose? More alternative. more alternatives. Energy. Oh my god, I cannot. I gotta be able to read out loud more, um, and also not be this tired. Goodness. Uh, uh okay, here we go. Let me focus. Sorry. Energy derives from both the plus and negative. Do you need what I need? Boundaries overthrown. Look inside, to each his own. Do you trust what I trust? Me, myself, and I. Penetrate the smokescreen. I see through this selfish. Really? That's how it finishes? No lie. Penetrate the smokescreen. I see through the selfish. Okay. Um, doesn't matter what you see or into what you read. You can, yeah, it's all the same. Um, do you know what I know? Your money and your wealth. Your silence just to hear yourself. Do you want what I want? Desires not a thing. I hunger after independence. Lengthen freedom's ring. And this is the chorus again. Oh, is there? Oh, is there more? Oh, it is more. It's because that's weird. They got on like a weird side scrolly thing. Um, wow, they played this song 125 times. First time performed was on September 11th, 1988. Goodness. And most recent time, really, the most recent time they played this was in July 14th, 1989. That was on. They played this song 125 times live in between September 11th in just a year, basically. A little over a year. That is insane. Well, I mean, makes sense. Um, but goodness, that's awesome. They played it in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, for anybody who didn't understand that. They played in British Columbia as well, Saskatchewan, and Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, Winnipeg, Manitoba. That's awesome. That's so cool. I like that they have that. It's really neat. But yeah, no, it's go listen to that song. Go listen to all the songs that I recommended today. I think they're all worth a listen to. Um, Mr. Dave Dino White's new song, Heatwave. Go take a listen to that. Go listen to Iron Maiden's new song, Writing on the Wall. And go listen to Eye of the Beholder by Metallica. Classic song. Such a great song. Especially um, the one line in the in the chorus here, the part that goes independence limited, freedom of choice. Choice is made for you, my friend. Freedom of speech. Speech is words they will bend. Freedom of speech. Freedom with their expression. Freedom with their exception. I swear I'm not always this bad at reading. I'm just extremely tired and have been wanting to go to bed for the past 2 hours now. But I realized I didn't get this podcast done, so I needed to do it last minute. But no, that course is really, really cool. It feels really broken reading it like this, but whenever you listen to it, it's especially with how James sings it and everything like that, it just got lots of power in it. But especially this last line, freedom with their exception. I mean, obviously make that what you will of it, but I think that, I don't know, that speaks to me. I like that. It says something to me. I don't know if it says anything to you, but it says something to me, that's for sure. It gives me a bit of, you know, well, I mean, it's exactly what it sounds like. And you don't need to live in a dystopian future to be able to see that that's yeah, freedom with their exception. Because overall, are we all really free? I don't know. We live in a free country, so we're told. I'm sorry, I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. Anyways, everybody, thank you so much for watching. This has been a really bad episode. Yeah, hopefully now that I've got a job switch and I won't be on nights anymore and all that yada yada bullshit that no one really cares about anyways. Hopefully these will be coming out better and less of me just being tired in the last minute. I've been really slacking this month, and I apologize for that, everybody. But yeah, I will see you all in episode 30 next week. Have yourself a wonderful day.